everybody, and welcome back, or first time, to One Holiday at a Time. It's a podcast where we study the weird world of holiday-themed movies and TV shows.
Happy holidays, guys. I'm Adela.
And I'm Alex. Yeah, happy holidays to all you returners and
Nots.
And you nuts out there. We have a guest today. He's cool. He's a cool cat. And he's also my little brother. Please welcome to the show Kevin Lemoine.
Hello.
Woo,
Hello.
Welcome.
Woo!
Welcome.
He's got the studio audience is going crazy.
Clap.
So, but you know, we've had one guest before, so we're gonna keep that tradition going of the things that we say to the guests. Yep. That's how I decided to say that. So, tell us, Kevin, what is your favorite holiday out of all the holidays?
Probably Halloween.
Well, Halloween, why? Why is Halloween your favorite holiday?
Probably because I've had not like super amazing experiences, but out of all the holidays, I've definitely had the best experiences out of Halloween.
What's your favorite Halloween experience?
Boom,
Experience.
Give us the Halloween experience.
Well, I normally don't go trick-or-treating anymore because
he's too
I'm
old.
too old.
Yeah, too
I'm
old
not
for that.
I'm not a child
Not a
anymore.
baby.
Puberty. But I like all the parties and stuff because some people celebrate Halloween at different times, either the day before or like on Halloween.
Yeah.
And so I always liked going to like the parties and just like hanging out with people. And dressing up, eating candy, stuff like that.
Yep. What's your favorite Halloween costume you ever had?
I was Blue from Blue's Clues when I was like 2.
I think. What was it?
You
was
were,
I Sub-Zero?
You were Sub-Zero or Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I
would
think
like
when
to
he
see
was
that.
Blue from Blue's Clues, I was also Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
and then you were also just like a pumpkin
I think
year?
I was a pumpkin and you were Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
He was just a big pumpkin one year.
Yeah.
I can't remember any more Halloween. Did you have any Halloween costumes you remember?
I had so many. One year, I dressed up. You know how in the Lizzie McGuire cartoons, there was the cartoon version of Lizzie?
Yeah.
I was that one
You're
year.
the cartoon
I was the
version.
cartoon version. I
That's
had
great.
this like big foam wig thing.
Oh, wow.
That sounds great. Do you have pictures of that?
My mom probably
I wanna
does,
see that.
but you're
Oh,
never
jeez.
gonna see
Oh,
them.
come on.
I was also Barbie from Swan Lake
Oh,
once.
dang.
That was fun.
What was I? Freddy Krueger, Sub-Zero. I was Obi-Wan Kenobi one year.
I don't
And
remember
like
that.
from episode 1, I don't think you were born yet
Probably not.
when I was that, but from episode 1, and the costume came with like a clip-on Padawan.
Oh no! Please tell me you didn't wear it.
I
though.
did, but it fell off immediately and I lost
Good.
it. And I was like, okay, I guess I just won't have that Padawan braid then, which is the dumbest thing ever. But anyway, let's get into the movie that I asked Kevin what movie he wanted to watch. He had a lot of ideas. We were throwing around a lot of ideas, but we landed on Monster House, which is a good movie. You guys have seen it before, have you?
Yeah,
This is
I
probably
saw
my
it.
third time watching it.
Yeah, this movie, I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid, and I used to really love it. And I still really like it. I thought it was a good movie. Did you guys still think it was a good movie?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. So this movie, it has a ton. I'm not going to list off the cast right now. I'll just list it off as we go.
Cast is so good.
Yeah, there's many good people in this movie, and this movie is just so good. So this movie, I also want to talk about this before we get into it. This movie was written by like a kind of popular comedy writing duo of Rob Schrab and Dan Harmon, who I don't know if you guys know who they are. I'm sure you have heard their names before, maybe. Rob Schrab, you may know. He it's a fun name to say. Try it.
Rob Schraub.
Rob Schrab.
Rob Schraub?
Yeah.
Rob Schraub.
Rob Schrab. Try and say it, Kevin.
Rob Schrab.
There we go. Boom. He was the writer and creator of a late 90s comic book called Scud the Disposable Assassin, which is a good comic book. You should read that. Dan Harmon, of course, created the TV show Community and co-created Rick and Morty. He has the Harmontown podcast. He's a very popular writer. And they also, as a team, have created a bunch of stuff. They created, alongside Sarah Silverman, they made a TV show called The Sarah Silverman Program, which is a good TV show. They created this like comedy sketch monthly show called Channel 101 out in LA, which is super cool, and you should look into that. I'm not going to explain it all because there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, but it's a super cool thing. And they also, when we were doing this movie, I really wanted to talk about this because they also created one of the most famous failed TV pilots of all time. And I don't think either of you guys know about it, so it's exciting for me to tell you about it. It's a TV pilot called Heat Vision and Jack. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, so Rob Schrab and Dan Harmon, they both wrote Monster House, but in the late 90s, they were writing a bunch of TV pilots, and they wrote this pilot called Heat Vision and Jack, and they made it. The first episode, you can watch it on YouTube or just like anywhere. They made it. It never got picked up by a channel because it was too expensive to make at the time. It cost like a bunch of money to make it. But I'm going to explain the plot to you, and it's going to sound like I made it up, but it's a real thing, and it's amazing. So it's directed by Ben Stiller. Already, off to a good start. It is a story about a man named... I forgot his last name. His name's Jack. Anyway, his name is Jack. Jack Austin, I think, who is played by Jack Black, of course.
Of course, naturally.
He is an astronaut who works for NASA. And on a space flight, they miscalculated the trajectory, and he flew a little too close to the sun. So the radiation got into his brain and expanded his brain and made him the smartest man in the world. And yep. And so when he landed on Earth, NASA's trying to hunt him down because they want his powers. They want to harness his powers for themselves. They're trying to chase him down. But he's running away from NASA, and he's going from town to town, solving paranormal mysteries and paranormal crimes, all with the help of his trusty buddy Heat Vision, who's played by Owen Wilson, and who is also a talking motorcycle. And it's we should watch it after this because it's the greatest thing ever made.
Oh, geez.
And I really wish it was a full TV show. And I guess there we go. Yeah, Owen Wilson was a talking vehicle before Cars. He was Heat Vision.
Is he in Cars?
Yeah, he plays the Lightning McQueen, Mr. Ka-chow himself.
What?
Is he really?
Yeah, Owen Wilson plays Lightning
That's a
McQueen. You
lie.
didn't know
I
that?
didn't know that.
That's
No.
real, yeah.
I've only seen the first Cars movie, and that was like
No,
when
wait,
it came
that's
out.
not a lie.
Yeah, it's not a lie.
No,
Owen
it's
Wilson is Lightning
not.
McQueen. But
Well,
before he played that vehicle, he played Heat Vision in Heat Vision and Jack.
Oh man,
Anyway, I'm just a big fan of Rob Schrab and
was
Dan
he really
Harmon.
Lightning McQueen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. Wait, was it you
What?
that didn't know that Mater was played by Larry the Cable Guy?
Yes, it was me.
We were at Disneyland
I
like a
knew
few
that.
weeks ago, and she did not know.
No idea. Never crossed my mind.
So anyway, let's just after all that talking
Do
about
this.
Heat Vision and Jack, let's talk about Monster House. First, before we start the movie, let's talk about the
We already
animation.
started the movie.
Let's talk about. Well, yeah, we already watched the
Yeah.
movie. Shit, you got me there. But let's talk about the animation. Do you know how the animation was made for this movie?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the 3D computer rendering.
Yeah, because we had this movie, I watched it a bunch, and I watched like all the special features and stuff. And yeah, it's super cool how they made it. Animation's all right, but I just really enjoy the way they made it because it was like all the characters, all the actors did it, acted it all out. It's an animated movie, but they acted it all out in motion capture suits and stuff like that, and they were just in a big blue screen room, just acting out the movie, and I think that's super cool.
It's like that and claymation are my favorite types
Yeah.
of animation because it's just so cool.
Because they're I don't know, it's just super cool to think that they literally acted out the movie, and it's just an animation
They
thing now.
literally got eaten by houses.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
eton by a house. It was crazy. They had a motion
They had
capture
a house come in
Yeah.
and made it blow up.
It was a very famous house too.
Yeah.
Ripped
It was
that house.
Nutcracker's house.
They had a motion capture dynamite. They put and they threw it in there. Anyway, so the movie starts with the child riding her tricycle down the street, saying hello to everything, hello fence, hello clouds.
This dumb kid.
Yeah, for real, they can't talk back to you. Duh. She ends up riding off of the sidewalk and lands in the grass in front of this spooky old house. And she's like, "Oh, I can't get off the grass because I'm a dumb kid."
Can't get off my tricycle. And
Yeah.
move it.
Why didn't she get off her
I
tricycle?
don't know. She just kept trying to pedal.
Yeah.
Anyway, this old man comes out of the house and starts yelling at her to get off his lawn. Classic old man stuff. Get off my lawn.
It's my favorite though, because he's like, "Get off my lawn. Do you want to get eaten?" But
Yeah.
literally though.
Yeah. She's like, no. He yells at her. She runs away without her tricycle, even though she could have just picked it up. I mean, it's probably not that heavy.
I mean,
probably-
that's the size of her. She's like a 4-year-old
I
child.
feel like she'd be able to pick it up.
probably.
I don't think so.
I feel like
She couldn't even ride it out of the grass.
That's true.
That's true. And then he just picks it up and breaks it.
Yeah, he has to
just
be like really
actually
strong.
breaks it. I want to start. What's his name? Nevercracker.
Yeah.
I want to start a counter for how many times he does illegal things in this
Yeah.
movie, because he does so many illegal things. Number one, he breaks this girl's tricycle.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like not his property. And
If it's on his
he
lawn, it's
steals
his.
it also.
Yeah.
He breaks
takes
it and then steals it and brings it into his own home. So anyway, we cut to this kid. He's looking at all this stuff happening through the window, taking pictures, whatnot. He's spying on.
Okay,
on
but
this
how is he
house.
taking super high quality pictures with that telescope?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it like some fancy? Because you never see a camera.
Yeah.
It was so zoomed in and so high
Yeah,
quality.
it's just like
Also-
his face.
Also, he could zoom things out super fast and
Yeah.
also focus on things.
I don't know. This is some crazy. Are there real telescopes that have cameras in them?
I'm sure there
I-
are,
yeah.
but this
But I
movie
don't
was
think
like
this-
2004.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think this kid had. Wait, was this movie made in
It
2004?
was-
No.
No, it was like a while ago.
There's no way it was 2004. Because I downloaded a Ghost. It was 2004.
Oh yeah.
And I refuse to believe that both these movies were made at the same time. No, 2006. So 2 years
After?
later.
Okay, yeah, either way.
2 years later.
I don't think. Well, I'm actually maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, his kid's name's DJ. He's like, Mom, Dad, they got another tricycle again. I guess this guy gets tons of tricycles. His parents are packing up a car because I guess they're going somewhere. Did they explain where they were going?
No, I'm pretty sure they
No.
just left.
They just kind of left, and they had a big tooth.
Yeah, they gave it to him too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his dad like before they left just gave the kid the tooth.
So and then later in the movie they have like a big toothbrush. So I think we're
Yeah.
supposed to assume that they're dentists.
Yeah, or like they were going
never
to
got
some
that vibe.
convention or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, but either way, they could also just be like novelty dentistry makers.
Yeah.
Like maybe they make those things. Who knows? You never saw them pack the big toothbrush. Maybe they made the big toothbrush while they were gone. Anyway, they're like, we're leaving for tonight for some reason. Goodbye. We're not gonna explain why we're
Yeah.
leaving. And then as they're backing out, oh yeah, okay, sorry, I haven't been explaining who all these characters are. Like I said, I would. So the old man, Nevercracker, who was yelling at that little girl, is played by Steve Buscemi, which is just perfect role
Oh,
for
yeah.
him. Just playing a crotchety old man. This little kid, DJ, is played by Mitchell Musso, who you may know from the Hannah Montana TV series,
Yeah.
or the other Disney Channel series that he was
Pair
in.
of Kings.
Pair of Kings. What was that, like, prank show?
I have
He
no
was
idea.
he did for like 2
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
And then he was also like a rapper at
Oh,
some
yeah,
point.
he did
and then I
the-
think he got arrested.
Did he really?
I think so. For like drugs or something. Or no, I think it was drunk driving. I think he got
Oh,
arrested
maybe.
for drunk driving at some point.
I didn't know it was him because his voice is really high in this movie,
Yeah.
and it was in 2006 too.
so this was probably this was like right when they were making Hannah Montana, probably.
but his voice was lower than that.
Yeah. Heck if I know. So his mom and dad are also played by the mom is played by Catherine O'Hara, who you probably know from like she's the mom in Beetlejuice and all those like classic movies like that. The dad is Fred Willard. He's like
The guy from Wall-E.
yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
the captain from
Mr.
Wall-E.
By and
Mhm.
Large.
Classic old comedian guy. And so they leave, and as they're leaving, they hit a child with their car, like you do when you leave.
Yeah. Right
Um,
when you leave.
right
Like
when
they
you
didn't
leave,
even
they-
get out of the
Yeah.
driveway.
They just hit him right in the driveway. This kid's name is Chowder, and he's DJ's friend. Who he's just gonna hang out with them while the parents are gone. So Chowder's wearing a cape.
Okay,
Oh
but
my God.
like,
Oh.
is that just a Halloween cape or is that always a cape? Because
Yeah, I mean, today's not
I'm a
Halloween.
big
Yeah, the
fan.
first
I'm a
day
big
was
fan of the
Halloween,
cape.
I like the cape.
The first
I
day
just
wasn't
don't know
Halloween.
why he's wearing
He's
a cape.
living his dreams.
I mean, I feel like they gave him a cape just so that
Just 'cause
like,
he was a
stuff
little
can
chunky.
happen later in
Well,
the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was to like signify that he was a kid because the
Oh,
whole
maybe
movie
that
was
might
like
be
about
it.
like growing up and
That's
stuff.
true. Yeah, that might be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because DJ. Oh yeah, that's right. DJ's like voice squeaks while he's talking to his parents, and they
Mhm.
like make fun of him and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, this whole movie's about like growing up. So I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Sure. Chowder shows DJ his brand new basketball that he just got, and they're like, heck yeah, let's shoot some hoops, boys. So they play some basketball. Chowder tosses it, bounces off the rim, and just hits him straight in the face. And it bounces across the street over to Nibbercracker's lawn. And they're like...
I thought that must have been like a really hard throw.
Yeah.
Because it went like all the way up to his doorstep.
Yeah, and bounced off like straight off his face.
Yeah.
Man, this kid's good, but he just doesn't have good aim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
could be like a Harlem
he'd be a good baseball player.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think baseball players need to aim.
I don't think so, though.
I mean,
is there a sport where you don't have to aim?
No.
I guess not. Oh, that's weird.
So yeah, a plinko.
Yeah, sure. Plink. That's not a sport.
I'm pretty sure. I
don't think Plinko's a sport. They're like, oh, he hasn't come out yet. Maybe he's sleeping. Or like, how about maybe all the windows are closed? How about that?
Yeah.
It's not like he has some like supernatural sense of what's on his lawn or something.
House does.
I guess.
Yeah.
But he does because DJ goes to pick up the basketball and Nibbercracker just like opens the door and he's like, "Ah, get off my lawn, you dumb kid! Get out of here!" And then he's just like he chases him and he grabs him and he like picks him up. And this is like, I feel like that's also illegal. He's just picking up a child.
He's on
and
his property. It's his property
like
now.
Borderline. Yeah, he can just break it if he wants to.
He should have just stepped on the basketball.
Yeah. So this is number 2 on the illegal things Nibbercracker has done, because he just like pretty much assaulted this child by just like picking him up by his scruff and yelling at him, whatever. But then as he's yelling, he has a heart attack and dies because he yelled too bad.
Yeah.
Oops. You yelled too much. Sorry, you died.
All these kids
old
going on
man
his lawn.
picking up a child that's the size of him. Of course he's gonna have a heart attack.
He's gotta be strong to pick up that child.
Yeah.
And he's like got these scrawny bone arms.
I mean, he built a house.
Well,
he's probably a strong
he broke
boy.
the tricycle too.
That's true.
He just like ripped
this guy has
it.
like supernatural strength, but he just dies from yelling a lot.
Yeah.
Just go rip. Oof.
It's the stress from all the kids on his lawn.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't take it anymore. So ambulance comes, picks him up, puts him on a gurney.
My favorite part of that, like every time I've watched the movie, his hand is just on the ground. Like, did nobody think to pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, your hand's down. Let me pick it up for you. That's probably why it's broken.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, why is that? I didn't even think about
yeah.
why it was broken.
Yeah, it was,
Oh, look at
it was
that.
in a sling.
Yeah, but so he drops this like key on the grass, and DJ's like, "Well, let me pick up this key for later. I'm gonna
It's
need
on my
it."
lawn. It's mine now.
Yeah. And then the grass starts like grabbing at stuff, like it's like alive, and it grabs at the gurney wheel and like pulls it off.
And nobody
Yeah.
acknowledges
Yeah,
it.
but also that's got to be some strong grass.
Yeah.
To like pull
Didn't
off a
even
gurney wheel.
break.
Like, and then they're also pushing the gurney, so they have to feel some resistance.
No,
Probably.
they did.
Yeah, it showed
Yeah, but then
them,
they're just
yeah.
like, whoa.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, wheel. We can get those.
Yeah. And then it just eats it. It just like sinks into the grass. So goodbye, wheel. Anyway, babysitter shows up because the parents said they were gonna get a babysitter for DJ, all that stuff. Babysitter shows up. She's like pretending to be all nice. Calls him Cantaloupe. Like
I never got that.
He's like, oh, it's okay, Cantaloupe. And he's like, oh, my parents aren't home. She's like, oh, finally. So
Classic.
yeah, takes off her bright clothes and she's all goth and like, not like other girls. Ooh. And she starts being like super rude to him. She's like, call me Z.
My favorite part is how she's like, okay, usual deal, you know the drill, and then just goes over like a ton of rules.
Yeah,
like she's
and then
never
like, yeah,
met
he
him
does
before.
know the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like, they talk like they've met each other, but then also, yeah, she just goes through all the rules like they
Yeah.
haven't, so I'm not sure.
He even tells her that he knows everything that
Yeah.
like she tells him
So
to.
I don't know why she's bothering to tell him the rules. But anyway, he yells at her to stop babying him and stuff and telling him the rules, and then she just breaks a vase and blames it on him.
Oh yeah.
Which that never comes up again, I guess. But whatever. So yeah, she's just like, "Oops, how could you drop this vase, DJ?" And then she pops in a classic Skull and Bones cassette and starts jamming out. She's wearing a Skull and Bones T-shirt. I guess this is a band in the universe. It's my favorite band.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So DJ lays down for like a nap, I guess.
DJ lays down some sick.
Oh, dang.
He
You
is
should
in
join
Skull and Bones. Yeah.
He lays down for a nap with his stuffed bunny. I remember it being a bigger part of the story, but I guess not.
Yeah,
Nah,
it was just.
I
like a
thought it
second.
was.
It was
yeah.
just there.
So he like lays down with his stuffed bunny. He wakes up to like a phone call, and it's just somebody breathing.
Man, that sick house makes some prank calls.
Yeah, dang, got him. So he calls him back, and he hears the phone ringing over in Nibbercracker's house. He's like, "Whoa, it's spooky because he died. No one's in that house anymore." I feel like the first time I saw this movie, what was it, like 2006? I was like 10. I feel like I was like a little spooked.
Yeah,
Like
well,
the first
it's a
time I saw
spooky
this
movie.
Mm-hmm. But now it's just a good movie. I'm not spooked anymore. I promise that not spooked. Definitely not spooked.
Gonna have nightmares tonight. It's okay.
Anyway, Bones comes up behind him and scares him. Bones is he's part of Skull and Bones.
Jason Lee.
Yeah, he played by Jason Lee.
Did they say that he was part of Skull and Bones?
I'm
'Cause
gonna
I don't
assume-
remember
They said he
that.
was
That's
in a
true.
band. They said he was in a band.
Yeah, that's all they said. Because
I'm gonna assume he's part of Skull and
Yeah.
Bones.
I mean, his name is Bones.
Yeah, but also there's a character later named Skull, and I don't think he's in Skull and Bones. So why did they name
Ooh.
that guy Skull? Or
Maybe-
is he in Skull
Maybe
and Bones?
they're just Skull and Bones.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyways, played by Jason Lee, who's like he plays what's his name?
Earl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Earl from My Name Is Earl.
Duh.
The guy from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. I forgot his
yeah.
name.
Alvin.
He does not.
No. Wasn't it like Steven or something?
I don't think that's.
What
I
is
thought
his
it
name?
was
There's
Steven.
like a name. Oh man.
I got this. Don't worry. You can keep talking.
Okay, well, yeah, it's Bones. I assume he's part of Skull and Bones. She just says he's in a band. But DJ's like, no, you can't have friends over. Blah.
Dave.
Dave?
Dave.
Yeah, Dave. There we go.
I didn't get that far, but I remembered it.
So DJ shows them the spooky phone thing, and they don't believe him. They're like, oh, whatever, dumb kids, am I right? Bones, like, picks up his stuffed bunny, and DJ is like, oh, don't touch her. And he's like, it's a her. And he starts, like, making out
Yeah.
with it and, like, licking it and stuff. And that's just gross.
Not
How
a
long
good
has he
time.
had that thing?
Not a good time at all.
And then he just starts, like, ripping it up like an asshole. Like, he's just like, ooh, let me rip up your toy. Because, like, ooh, I'm cool. I'm Bones.
Didn't he say it like sounded bad or like it was sick?
Oh,
or
yeah, I was
something?
sick. I need to
He had
fix
to
it.
check her throat.
Yeah. DJ calls Chowder, and he's like, meet me in the danger zone.
Okay, but
Yeah.
when he calls him, Chowder is playing a video game, and the screen is blinking, and there's super like
Yeah.
fast music. It's just Pong.
Yeah.
He was just
playing
It's
Pong.
like Pong, but like you with guns.
Yeah.
There didn't even look like guns. It
He
was,
was
just
shooting
Pong.
something. It was like shooting something. And
It
just
was
like Pong
yeah,
with guns.
it was like Pong, but it had like super
Bullets.
like arcade music. Or
Yeah,
something.
and it was just blinking. Like that would definitely give you a seizure. Like there's no doubt about it.
No doubt about
No
it.
doubt about it. DJ sneaks downstairs and hears Bones talking about like Nibbercracker and his history. He said he used to have an awesome kite when he was 10, but it landed on Nibbercracker's lawn, and Nibbercracker
Never crack.
Nibbercracker took it, and now he's like it was all sad. And then he also says like he says that Nibbercracker like kisses his house and stuff like that, and said that he ate his wife at one point, and that's like the spooky urban legends. Ooh. And then he starts acting like a dingus, so Z kicks him out, and he leaves, and he's like all drunk, drinking like a beer, and he's wandering around. And he goes over to Nibbercracker's house and steps on the lawn and throws his beer bottle, and he's acting all crazy. He's just going like hog wild on that lawn. He's just stomping up a
he
storm.
ripped up the grass too.
Yeah, he's like stomping and
But
ripping.
in the next scene, it looked exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, he virtually didn't do anything
Yeah.
to it. Oh, yeah, he's just ripping, stomping, and then the door opens, and he sees this awesome kite, and he's like, whoa, my awesome
Yeah.
kite.
He never just called it a kite. It was
Yeah,
his
it's always
awesome
kite. It's just a red kite.
Yeah.
It's an awesome red kite.
It
There you
could
go.
go so high that you wouldn't be able to see it.
like me.
Oh, so true. So he just like drunkenly walks up to the spooky house, and he gets eaten by it, and
Yeah.
rip, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He died. Goodbye,
Didn't
Bones.
even get his awesome kite.
No, you're never gonna hear another Skull and Bones song again.
Just skull.
Yeah, it's just Skull now. Skulton. DJ and Chowder, they meet at like this weird construction site. I guess this is like where they meet
That's
each
the
other.
danger zone.
The danger zone, yeah.
Because
But,
it's
like,
a construction site.
so DJ's all spooked, right? And so he's like, "Where should I meet my friend? I should meet him at another spooky place, just an abandoned
Spooky
construction
construction
site." So they like hatch a plan. They're like, "We're gonna go check out what's up with that house." Chowder crawls up on the lawn. He's just crawling on the lawn, crawls up to the house and rings the doorbell. And it starts making like weird sounds, and the door opens, and the carpet starts attacking him, and like the
But
house.
like that would be absolutely terrifying.
Well, that's what I was like saying was like these kids are not as scared as they should be.
Yeah.
This house
Yeah.
is like trying to murder you, and they're just like still messing with it. Like no way, just leave. Just
Yeah.
stop messing with it. I don't know. I don't know why they keep. Why do they keep doing it?
I mean, the police aren't gonna do anything. They've
But,
got to
like,
save
so-
Halloween.
Just don't go there
'Cause they're
Just-
dumb kids.
yeah, I guess. So they run away from the house, and they run back to DJ's house, and they run in screaming. And I guess Z just doesn't hear that
yeah.
or something.
She's passed out.
Yeah, in the next scene we see her like passed out on the couch. But I feel like you'd still hear two children just screaming.
Yeah, they were like screaming really
You're a
loud.
pretty heavy sleeper. I don't think you'd hear that.
I feel like I would
I
hear
don't
it.
think so.
They were screaming like super loud.
Yeah. So then we cut to the morning, and Z is just passed out on the couch, and she wakes up to a doorbell, and it's some girl just like selling Halloween candy. She's like, "Well, if you run out, you up your chances of getting TP'd by some kids. So why don't you buy my Halloween candy?" So Z like barters with her, and she buys a bunch of candy for herself that she's just gonna eat. And she goes upstairs and brings DJ and Chowder candy, and they've just been up all night spying on the house and like peeing in bottles and stuff and just like writing down what's happening with the house. And they tell her that Bones got eaten by the house, and she again just doesn't believe them, like classic adults in like a scary movie, where they just don't believe anything the children say.
Okay, but would you believe some children telling you that the house across the street was alive?
Like maybe not the first few times, but after like the next few times, it'd be like,
I wouldn't believe it.
I'd check it out.
Yeah, I'd
That's
check
what
it
she
out.
tried to do, and then they stopped her.
I guess that's true. That's true.
But also, when she came into his room, she told them that Bones left unexpectedly.
Oh yeah, even though
She kicked him out.
I don't know what that was all about.
It's her fault he died.
Rip. It's all her fault. The whole movie.
Yeah. She should go to jail, not Nevercracker.
Yeah, there we go. Chowder, after she leaves, Chowder sees the candy girl in the telescope they're looking through, and then DJ comes over and they're looking at her, and they just like both instantly fall in love with her, I guess, because she's a girl and
Duh.
she's here.
Puberty.
Puberty. Also, this like neighborhood is very like empty all the time. There's like no cars. There's like two people that ever go on the street at all. It's just
Because it wasn't Halloween yet.
that's true. So everybody's clearly
Or no,
not
it was
driving.
it was Halloween
Yeah,
when the
today
girl
is
came
Halloween.
around.
That's why we're watching. It's a Halloween movie. There we go.
By the way.
by
Yeah.
BTW. It's a Halloween movie. And then they see that this candy girl starts walking up to Nevercracker's house, and they're like, "No!" So they run after her to try and stop her. And then there's this line, and like, 2017 is a different time from 2006. They made different jokes back then. Nowadays, things change. Lots of things change. This joke is just like, oof. She asks them if they're mentally challenged.
Oh yeah.
And if they are, I'm certified to teach you baseball.
Oh, ooh. Like, I'm sure that was a
Is that supposed to be a joke?
killer.
Because
I'm sure that was
I
a
think
killer
it was.
joke in
was it?
2006.
It's not funny.
It was probably a killer joke in 2006, but right now it's just like we're
kind of mean.
Yes, it's just like really mean, actually. The times is just changing, you know what I mean. Anyway, she walks up to the house. She doesn't believe them. Classic. And then she almost gets eaten by the house. Like
And
that.
then she believes them.
Yeah, like you do.
Classic.
The house, like, the sidewalk comes up and, like, tries to slide her into the house and stuff like that. It's very spooky stuff, you know. And then Z comes up and she's like, "What are you guys doing on this lawn?" And they're like, "This house is alive." And she's like, "No way, idiots." And then she just leaves.
No, she tries to go look at it, and they're like, "No, don't do it. We're going through puberty.
No, yeah.
We're crazy."
And then she just leaves.
Yeah.
You know, like a babysitter. Also, where are the parents?
They're on vacation.
Yeah, they said they were going to be gone for the night. That's what they said. They're like, we're going to be gone for tonight.
They're
they're back the next evening, so they're just gone for that night.
That night and the rest of the day
I mean,
also. This Candy Girl introduces herself. Her name is Jenny. And then DJ and Chowder are just acting super cool around her. They're just like, "Ooh, give me a beer."
Well, that was Chowder. Chowder was not acting cool.
DJ was acting cool. What was he doing? He was doing something.
He was just being like normal.
He was just like being a yes man. She was like, "Oh, I don't like Mexican food," and he's like, "Oh, I don't like Mexican food either."
Who doesn't like Mexican food?
I know, yeah, for real. What's this nerd?
Who takes a whole category of food and doesn't
And
like,
just, like,
anything from
nothing.
it?
She did make a joke about like mentally challenged people.
That's true. This girl's not very,
She's
not
very
good person.
popular with
Yeah, she's
a
also
lot
like
of
from like a
people.
prep school.
Ugh, fucking nerd.
Yeah, seriously, get out of my face. They see a dog peeing on the lawn through the window, and the carpet just straight up eats the dog. The
Yeah.
carpet comes out of Nevercracker's house and just eats this dog, and his dog's gone.
There
Dead.
wasn't really
Goodbye.
there wasn't really any context. Like nobody was around, so it was just like a
Dog was
stray
just-
dog that got eaten.
just dead. Goodbye. So they all call the cops, which is like, this is one of the only scary movies where people actually call the cops. Like I don't think I can think of another like horror movie or
think I
like
can name
Halloween
one.
movie where they just like call the
Didn't
cops.
they call the cops in Scream?
I don't think
Or,
I
like-
ever saw Scream actually.
I saw all of them, but I don't remember.
I think in the first one they called the cops, but it was like the really dumb like new cop. That's what it
Oh.
always is. Anyway.
Yeah, usually. Well,
It's
yeah,
either
that's what
no
happens
cop.
now. Cops pull up, and the cops I think are like my favorite characters in this whole movie.
Kevin
There's-
James.
Yeah, Kevin James and Nick
Cannon.
And Kevin James just plays the old cop. He's been doing this for years, and then Nick Cannon plays the rookie. And
He's my favorthis favorite character.
Yeah,
Nick
they're just
Cannon.
like the best.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's character just keeps like pulling out a gun for no reason. See, like this, I don't know. This movie's great. I like this movie.
Yeah.
And these characters are good. And they don't believe the kids. You know, classic. And then we go to a classic scene where DJ is like, "I'll prove it to you," and he starts stomping on the lawn, and
And
the house
nothing
decides not to do
happens.
anything, and he looks like an idiot. Classic scary movie thing. Ooh, look at this dumb kid just like dancing. What does he do then? He does something.
Chowder
Cops.
throws a rock at it.
Oh yeah, and then
and
they're
then
like,
they get in trouble.
yeah, they're like, "Don't do that, and you're gonna get in trouble if we see you messing with this house again." And they leave. So they're like, "We need to figure out a plan. Let's go see this guy that I know about." And they go to this pizza place, and there's this guy named Skull there who's playing this game called Thou Art Dead.
Not affiliated with Skull and Bones.
Yeah, apparently not
We don't
affiliated.
know.
I mean, it was never confirmed.
I hope that's actually
Yeah,
what it is.
in my head canon, I think that he and Bones are in a band together.
Yeah.
That's my theory. But anyway, he's playing this game called Thou Art Dead, which is like pretty much like Altered Beast kinda.
Yeah.
Which is that's one of my favorite Sega Genesis games.
Yeah, I like
So,
that one.
Boom, there you go. Boom.
Boom.
Trivia.
That art
Alex
dead.
Lemoine trivia. Put it in the books.
It's in the books.
It's in the books. Put that in the one holiday at a time wiki.
Boom.
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 Boom is in the books.
Boom is in the books. The proof is in the pudding books. Anyway, they go to Skull. He's super into this game. He's like all about it, and they ask him like, "Hey, do you know anything about like haunted houses or like possessed houses?" And he talks about, he like says he's researched a lot of things in horror movies and stuff like that, and he says there's this thing called Domus Mactipilis, or I think that's how he pronounced it.
Yeah.
He says there's a way where a soul can fuse with wood and stone, and they become one, and it becomes possessed by this soul. So like he just conveniently knows everything about all this. And then he's like, "Oh, gotta go. See you kids later." He's just like a cool kid. Oh, by the way, Skull is played by John Heder, who is played Napoleon in Napoleon Dynamite, and he's been in a bunch of other stuff. Yep.
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 But like, he says one of my favorite lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You make me want to throw up in some tinfoil and eat it.
Oh yeah.
Classic. This character's great too.
Also, after he left, and then he came back, and I think Chowder was eating a piece of pizza, and he just takes the pizza out of his hand, shoves it in his mouth, and chews it openly right in front of their faces,
He made this sound.
staring at them too.
While he was leaving, and then he realized that Chowder had the piece of pizza. He made a sound, and I thought he threw up.
Yeah.
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 And then he turns around and grabs the pizza.
Maybe
did he just
maybe he actually threw up.
He threw up and
so
he needs some more.
could,
Oh yeah,
so he
can
could get more
put it in some
food.
tinfoil.
Yeah.
And eat it again. Well, before he leaves, he also mentions that you need to. He's just super informative about all this stuff. He just knows everything conveniently.
Well, I mean, he played video games for 4 days straight
Yeah.
once.
So he's like, well, if this happens, you gotta strike the heart, and that's how you stop it. Like you do.
I mean, that's how you kill a lot of things,
I
honestly.
guess, yeah, that's true. I guess you could. I guess maybe he was just making shit up.
Like, oh yeah, the exo-auso.
Yeah.
Exo-auso, you got it. They formulate a plan. They're like, we're gonna put out the furnace because that's where I assume the heart is. So they have their plan was to get it to throw up or something. I don't remember.
No, it's to get it to fall asleep. They
Oh,
had
there you
cold
go.
medicine or something.
Yeah, because they have Chowder. Chowder's dad works at a pharmacy, and they just have Chowder steal a shit ton of cough medicine, just all of it. He just steals all of it, and somehow gets away with it.
Yeah, he just walks right out of the
Holding it
supermarket
in
or
his
whatever.
cape.
Yeah.
They grab a bunch of water guns and walkie-talkies, and they rig up this dummy to a vacuum cleaner and have it approach the house for them. Which I don't know how it works because vacuum cleaners don't move by themselves.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the day when the vacuum cleaners moved by themselves. So they have it approach the house. Before the house starts, starts to take the bait, and then the cops show up and find them, and they're like, "Oh, what are you kids doing? You're trespassing again!" And they find all this stolen cough medicine and stuff, and they're like, "That's it. You're going to jail. They're just gonna take these kids to jail."
They don't even try and return the cough medicine. They just leave it there.
That's true. Yeah.
They leave the whole dummy there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're just
maybe they stole the vacuum cleaner too.
Boom. There you go. Maybe they stole everything. Maybe they stole water guns. Who knows? Who knows what these kids are up to? So many illegal things happening in this movie.
Ruffians.
Anyway, they put the kids into the cop car, and then one of the cops, Nick Cannon, hears a noise coming from the house, and so they're like, "Well, I guess let's go check it out." And they approach the house, and then the trees just start attacking them and stuff, and they just both get swallowed by the house. So
That's not food.
Rip those cops.
One of the trees threw Nick Cannon in there.
Oh,
He
yeah.
flung him, and it was
Yeah,
a perfect shot
he's
too.
dead.
He threw him right into the door.
Yeah.
It was great.
He's dead. He's all the way dead.
The house should play baseball.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it would win every time.
Probably. I mean, it's big enough to catch all the balls.
Yeah.
Any of them. any of those balls. So the tree, it also grabs the cop car and starts crushing it and bringing it towards the house and stuff. And now they're just stuck in the house because it brought it into the house. They escaped from the cop car out of the back window, and now they're just stuck in the house. But they also have their
Their water guns.
their water guns somehow.
Well, the cop handed them the water guns when they put them in the
yeah.
car.
Why?
Yeah.
I know, because they're terrible cops.
Well, I mean, what would the kids do with the water guns in the back
Squirt 'em?
seat?
That would be
Yeah.
annoying.
So they couldn't really do much more.
You never know. I don't know. They're in the house. They're looking around. They see some pictures of Nebuchadnezzar and his wife on the wall, and they start talking about all the stories they've heard about how Nebuchadnezzar fattened up his wife and ate her and stuff like that, and talking about all these urban legends that people have said. And then they spot the chandelier, and they start shooting at the chandelier with their water guns, and the house throws up some water. Why did they do that?
Because they were dying and about to be eaten.
No, Chowder
Oh,
thought
that's
that
right.
the uvula, Chowder thought the uvula was the heart because he saw it.
Oh,
And was
yeah,
shoot
it's
it.
shoot it, yeah. And then they make this. Oh, they make such a good joke, where they're like, "What was that? That's not the heart." And the girl's like, "Yeah, it's the uvula." And Chowder's just like, "What does he say?"
He was
So
like,
it's a girl
"Yeah, it's a
house."
girl house."
Dang. And he's like, "No, everybody has uvula." He's like, "Oh, I don't." Ooh. Classic kid jokes. your parents, this one's for you.
This is why we need sex ed in schools.
Yep.
You know, like a better understanding of that.
And also, we should teach kids not to make fun of mentally challenged people.
Yeah.
How about that for you? And then they fall into a hole.
Yeah, they were just walking like to another room, and
they fall.
DJ just fell.
They fall into a hole. You know.
I don't think the hole was there already.
It
It
probably
was
like swallowed them or something.
or it was like some
I think it
boards
just
that
broke.
broke.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, they fall into a hole, and now they're in the basement where all the story stuff is. Conveniently,
Yeah.
they're like, come into the room where the story's gonna progress. They find like all this random stuff and like trash and toys, all the stuff that the house is like, and Nevercracker has like taken over the years. And they're like, oh, look at all this stuff. Then they find a cage labeled Constance the Giantess, and it's locked. But good thing I brought this key with me.
I thought that was just the house key, like to open
Yeah,
the
me
house.
too. That's what I thought it was. But no, it's for this. It's for this like cage.
Do you think Nevercracker has to carry around a house key? You think?
Maybe.
Think that the
I guess
house
I don't
just
think so.
Opens
Oh,
up.
that's
for
another
him?
thing. There's not like a driveway in this house.
Yeah.
But I guess he built it like.
Yeah.
No,
he,
there's still cars.
He had a truck. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a.
Yeah,
did
he did have a truck.
He had
Yeah,
a
he
truck.
connected it to the
Oh, yeah.
circus thing.
So why didn't he build a driveway?
Maybe because he was grieving over his dead wife.
Like, yeah, they were still building the house when he died. He just continued building it.
So he's like, oh,
Guess
I
I'll
can't
build this
drive
house
truck
over her.
anymore.
Also, they built like the stairs for the house before they
Before
even
anything
like
else.
put any of the cement
Supports.
for the basement.
I don't
So
know
there
how
was
it
just
works.
like stairs, and she was walking down them,
Yeah.
and then she died.
Yeah, so we go into Constance's cage. They find her body buried into some cement, and there's like a shrine with candles and chocolate. They're like, oh, he didn't kill her. She died, I guess. And then they break the cement accidentally, and it shows their bones, and it's super spooky. I thought this part was spooky when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
me
I
too.
was like, oh, it's a skeleton. Ooh. And as they're like running away from all this stuff that's happening, like the house is kind of like breaking and getting all spooky, Chowder gets distracted because he finds his ball, and his ball is bouncing around. And also, like, so can the house like control the stuff that's in the house?
I don't
too?
get how that works.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Because
it-
like, why can't the house just control them too?
Yeah, but also like, how does the house's vision work? Because like, it has to shine that light to see them.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, they're walking on her. So,
like, can she not
you know,
feel?
yeah.
And then like
Also-
also the windows at the top are eyes too.
Also, with the basketball that Chowder like got taken from him, it can bounce by itself sometimes when it's in the house, but other times the house bounces it itself, like with the steps.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also, the house drew a spooky face on it, and I think that's my favorite
Yeah,
Oh,
part.
yeah, I
I
like
forgot
that.
about that.
Got him.
Oh man, he spooked me. Woo!
Ooh,
Woo!
spooky face on the ball.
And they're like about to get eaten by the house and into its stomach or wherever. Where does
Something
that go to?
Pit of hell.
Yeah,
I guess because like I'd assume it would go to the basement, but I guess not.
that didn't look like the basement.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a green pit.
Yeah.
Either way, they hit the chandelier again. The house throws them up, and they're outside of the house. Woo! They did it.
Yeah.
And then DJ starts walking back to his house and gets hit by an ambulance.
Why do all the kids get hit by cars
I don't
in
know.
this movie?
But here's
Except
the-
for Jenny.
So the ambulance was driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, it was.
Because DJ was on the left side, and that's not where you drive.
Yeah.
And also, Nevercracker comes out of it. Was he like, did he steal this ambulance?
No,
Because they don't bring
they
you
don't-
home
yeah.
in an ambulance, right?
In this universe, they do.
Maybe it's because he
My
doesn't
theory-
have a car.
Well, he has a truck, apparently. I don't know where he keeps
He had a
it.
truck like 40 years
Maybe he
ago.
sold it? I don't
That's
know.
probably not a good truck
Maybe he
anymore.
remodeled it into an ambulance.
That's either way, I'm gonna put this one on the Nevercracker illegal list because I think he stole that ambulance.
Yeah.
think he stole
Because
it.
nobody was in the front seat.
I don't think
They
anybody
there was like a zoom out scene where you could have seen someone if they were in the front seat, and there wasn't anybody in the front seat.
Oh, I
So I think
remember that.
Nevercracker stole this
Also,
ambulance.
when he walked out of the ambulance, there was like smoke.
yeah,
like,
it's,
something was
spooky.
on fire or something.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't hit DJ that hard.
Yeah.
DJ didn't die. Anyway, that's number 3 on the Nevercracker illegal things list because I think he stole that ambulance. at this point, DJ and Chowder and everybody, they finally figure out that the house is the spirit of his wife, because they thought for the longest time that it was the spirit of Nevercracker since he like died there, and so they thought it was his spirit, but it is the spirit of his wife Constance. And then we get into the whole backstory of Nevercracker and Constance. Constance was like this circus freak because she was like so big, and everybody threw tomatoes at her, and they were like, haha, look at this nerd. And so Nevercracker like came to her, and he's like, you want to leave? And she's like, yeah. And so he stole her from the circus, built a house for her, and they lived together peacefully. But then some kids came into this like just desert.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere house.
Middle of desert.
Also,
they're hiding behind the one bush that's there.
I was really confused at how he got her out of the cage, because he just like took the cage. He didn't have the key.
I guess
he just like hooked the cage
but
to the back of his car.
Somehow he got the key later, because then
now he has
that's how they open the cage.
I have no idea how he got that key.
Plot holes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's these kids. They're throwing rocks at Constance, hiding behind that one bush that's in this middle of nowhere. They're just in the middle of like a desert.
Why are those kids even there?
Yeah, how
Where
did they
are their
get
houses?
here? They don't have bikes. They're just like walked there to throw some rocks at this.
No,
lady.
they had eggs.
Was it eggs?
Yeah, they were throwing eggs at Constance.
Either way, she gets real mad and starts yelling at them, and Nevercracker's like, calm down, it's okay, and then she there's like the cement mixer right next to the basement because the house isn't done yet. So she gets real mad and she loses her balance and grabs onto the cement mixer and falls into the basement and gets cement poured all over her, and that's how she ended up in the cement in the basement, I guess. But also, why didn't he save her? Cement doesn't just dry instantly.
Died on impact.
Yeah.
Don't
but
want
like
to deal
even
with
if she
it
died on
anymore.
impact, he could have got her up and been like, let's take you to the hospital. Maybe they can save you. But
Well,
no, he's just like, might as well leave her there and
Are
make a
you
shrine,
gonna carry
I guess.
her out of
What
there?
hospital would they go to? They're in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know. He could have done something instead of just like, I guess this is where her shrine is going to be.
Also, those kids just like killed a woman.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, it's
kind of.
not the children's fault that she
Well,
decided to
kind of
wave
is
an
the
axe and
children's
lose her
Well,
fault.
he
shit.
was Nevercracker was like cutting wood or something, like the only tree nearby he
Yeah.
was cutting, and she took the axe and tried to like swing at the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
with it, and then she lost her balance and fell.
Also, I'm sure there wasn't that much cement in that cement mixer. It wouldn't have covered her completely
I don't
like
know.
that.
If you're building a house, you're gonna get a pretty big
wouldn't have-
cement mixer.
It wouldn't have covered her completely though. It would have like rolled off of her.
He probably poured some more on there.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, he's like, well, she's dead. I might as well just make this
Yeah.
my love shrine for her. Pour some more cement on her.
Or maybe the kids did that. They
Yeah,
could've-
that's what a prank.
Yeah,
Got
man.
him. DJ has like a heartfelt speech with Nevercracker, and he's like, "You need to let her go. It's okay. You can let her go. You don't need to be trapped by this house anymore." He's like, "Oh, so I will." He has like a change of heart, and he's like, "I don't want to be trapped by this house anymore." And then the house gets real mad and starts crawling towards them, and like the trees attached to the house and starts crawling at them and stuff. And I think, was this the point where I asked if there was a video game
Yeah.
adaptation? Because this movie is just like stinking with video game adaptation written all over it.
Yeah.
Like, you could definitely make...
I had never played it though.
I don't think I've ever played it either, but I definitely know there was a game made of it because we looked it up.
I'm sure it's really bad.
Probably. I mean, like most...
I saw some
made for,
pictures of it,
like,
and it was
movie video games.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of it, and they were just walking around the house with the water guns, like shooting
So, like,
random
that one
things.
5-minute scene.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's just the whole game, is that, like, scene.
Probably.
I really thought that scene was longer when I was a child. Like,
Me
I thought it was
too.
like half the movie or
Yeah,
something.
nope.
They
It's
were
like-
in the house for like 2
And
seconds.
I always thought that they actually like got the house to go to sleep, and that's how they got in.
Me too, yeah. I
The
guess we all
stupid
have, like,
cops
weird...
had to die.
Rest in peace, those cops. So the house is crawling towards them, and they're running away, and Chowder shouts, "The house is alive!"
Oh, yeah.
Which I was just like, right there, I was like, that's some good trailer content right there.
Yeah.
They just tossed that in for the trailer, probably. Like, thanks for telling us the premise of the movie an hour and, like, 20 minutes
Yeah,
into
why
it.
didn't he say that, like, the time he
Yeah.
actually saw the house?
Yeah, like
that
the
was
first
alive?
time it did it?
Yeah.
No, now he's like, the house is alive. Edit this into the trailer, please. Put it in the trailer. It's chasing them down some alleyways. before the house catches up to the kids, there's like a brick gets thrown and hits it, and the house turns around and it's Nevercracker, and he's trying to distract it from chasing the kids. And the house gets real mad at him, but he steps up and he calms it down. He's like, it's okay, BB. We're gonna be okay. What does he say? He says he's got to make things right.
Yeah.
And he pulls out some dynamite from his gown that he got from the hospital.
He pulled it out of his arm.
well,
rest
he-
thing. He had
yeah.
the dynamite before.
How?
He
It
was,
was just like in a box labeled dynamite.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's been at the hospital the
Probably
whole time.
picked it up on his way home with that stolen
well,
ambulance.
he was in the bomb squad, like in the war.
When did he have it? Did he
It-
have it at some point?
I
He had it when he
remember-
got back from the hospital.
I remember seeing it
When?
first.
when he
just-
got back.
Like,
He
when
got
did
out
he
of the
pick it up?
ambulance. He set it down.
How did he have it? It was in the house.
He bought
'Cause
it
when
from
they walked into
someplace.
the house. They were like, "There's explosives over here,"
Well, he had some with him.
and so he just took it into the hospital with him, and they didn't take it away from him. And he also left the hospital with it, and they didn't
And
take
the ambulance.
this dynamite from him.
He's living his life, okay?
He just smuggled dynamite in
Well,
and out of a hospital.
He did take the ambulance, so maybe he like already had the ambulance before and put the dynamite in there.
Oh yeah, there we go. It's like his
Like
escape
he
ambulance.
planned this.
Yeah, it's been planned the whole time. And the house tries to stop him from throwing the dynamite in there. But the kids come in and they're driving like this earth mover thing that was at the construction site because they're at the construction site now.
The
They
danger
start-
zone.
Yeah, the danger zone. And they start attacking the house with it. Nevercracker gives the dynamite to DJ and he's like, "You can do this. I believe in you." Gives him a pep talk, things like that.
Blow up my wife.
Yeah, please. There we go. That's the tagline for the movie. So number 4 on the list of illegal things, he handed dynamite to a child and told him to blow up a house
Yeah.
with it. Boom, there you
But
go.
like before the house went to the construction zone, it was like in that spot between like houses
Yeah.
and the construction zone, and Nevercracker was literally just gonna blow it up.
Yeah,
Right,
in,
right
in
next to those
between all
houses.
these
Yeah,
houses.
it's gonna kill everyone.
So their plan is to pull the house with the earth mover, which Chowder is driving, and put it under this crane that's in this construction site. And DJ is gonna climb the crane and drop it into the chimney and drop it into the furnace and kill it, kill the heart. You know how you do. So they fall like into the construction site because there's a big hole in the ground, and the house just like breaks into pieces. And they're like, "We did it, we won." But like, nah, it's back together. It's put back together, and it's very spooky looking now. Which at this point was also like where I was like, I bet this is like the final boss fight, and then you kill it, but then it comes back like it's a second phase boss fight.
Yeah.
So DJ and Jenny, it's Jenny, right?
Yeah,
I have to
Jenny.
confirm every time because they only said her name like one time.
Yeah, I never remember her saying her name.
She said it one time, I remember. I don't think they ever said it again. But they're climbing the crane. DJ gets scared. He doesn't want to walk out onto the crane. And Jenny gives him a kiss for good luck. And he's like, "Ooh, got it." The house just eats the earth mover. It just eats the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Chowder's running away from it. And he gets caught by his cape. So I feel like that's why they gave him a cape. Just for this part.
Yeah.
You know?
He
Like,
said
just
he
so
was
can get-
flying because it lifted
Oh,
him
yeah.
up.
Classic. But he gets caught by the cape, and then he eventually gets out of it. DJ is swinging on the crane. It's getting all crazy. He's got the dynamite. He lights it, and he drops it into the chimney. And, like, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a dynamite expert, but I feel like only 3 sticks of dynamite wouldn't just, like, completely destroy this house. Like, it would do some damage.
I think it would destroy the house.
Well, it wasn't a house anymore. It was
That's
just
true.
like
It was
rubble.
Like a big, like, massive wood or
Yeah.
something.
I feel like they wasted a bunch of time trying to throw it in the chimney because I'm pretty sure when Nevercracker was trying to light it, he was just gonna like toss it in the
Toss
mouth.
it into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they were just trying to get it right in there,
I wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any other dynamite.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, there was in the
Actually,
house.
if there's more dynamite in the house, then 3 sticks would do it
That's true,
because it would blow
you're
up
right.
the rest
Actually,
of it.
I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about.
That
There we
makes
go.
sense.
That's how you do it. Either way, the house is dead, and then we see like Constance's spirit leaving this mortal realm, and Nevercracker's all sad and stuff. But they're free. They did it. They escaped the spirit of Constance and stuff like that.
Woo.
Ooh. DJ and Nevercracker, they're like giving all the kids their toys back for Halloween, and then the girl who had like the tricycle at the beginning comes up, and she's like, what happened in Nevercracker's house? And they're like, oh, it tried to attack me and I blew it up. And she looks at them like she doesn't believe them.
No, she's like, yeah, man, yeah.
But this house came to life and like destroyed people's back fences and like wrecked this like neighborhood. Did nobody see it? Did nobody see it
They
at
were
all?
at the danger zone.
No one like cares. No one says anything about this house. Definitely someone would have seen
Also,
this
it was
happen.
Halloween. There was people outside.
Yeah, they were literally outside when it happened because Nevercracker's like, oh, we can't have people at this house because there's children, and there's children like approaching. They like cut to like children approaching.
Yeah.
And then the house comes to life. So there's definitely, they already established there are people outside looking at. People definitely would have seen this happen, but nobody ever brings it up again. They're just like, sure, I guess that house just came to life. We'll keep trick or treating though.
Yeah, don't go to that house.
Must be a cool Halloween spook that somebody set up for us. Oh, that's a good animatronic you got there, guys.
Man, Nevercracker's actually the coolest guy.
Yeah. But they're giving everybody all their toys back from the big hole. And then his parents are finally home after just being gone all day. They only said they were gonna be gone last night, but they were gone for all of today also, and they come back with the giant toothbrush.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Why do they need that? They don't need that.
Show people.
Hey, look at my giant toothbrush and my giant tooth.
Yeah. And that's the end of the movie. Everybody's all happy, but then we get to some like credit scenes that happen during the credits where Bones comes back up from the. I was like about to freak out because I was like, oh, okay, but all of these people are like still dead.
Yeah.
Though. But yeah, Bones comes up with his awesome kite, and he's all like, whoa.
It's like strapped to his back,
Yeah.
all cool.
The cops come back, the dog comes back out, and then Bones like finds Z like making out with Skull on this car. That cool guy, and he's like, oh man, and that's the end.
Well, also the dog, when it gets out, it goes up to like a jack.
Oh yeah, and
that's
like pees on it.
Pees right into it to
And
like turn the candle off.
Put the candle out. And that's the end of the movie. Bada bing, bada boom. Cha-ching. Swish.
Boom.
Boom. Put that in the wiki. Put it right in the wiki. So I like this movie. I don't know about you guys, but I was like afraid this movie wasn't gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
It's good. What would you rate it?
I'm gonna give it like. I feel like I'm gonna give it like a 9.
Really?
Yeah. There was just like. Just some of the stuff was like weird, and the animation's like not the best, but it's good. But I like the story a lot and everything. I don't know. I'll give it a 9.
What are you gonna rate it?
I would say like an 8.
8?
Yeah,
I was gonna give it a 7.
7? Well, there we go.
those are pretty high scores, like an
What,
8.
8 average?
8 average.
Nice. That's
It's
like,
a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Would you recommend people watch it? I definitely recommend people watch it if you haven't seen it. It's a great movie. Check it out, boys. Put it in the wiki.
Boom.
Boom.
That's what they should have said when it blew up.
Boom.
Put that in the wiki.
Put it in the wiki.
In what was her name? Constance's
Oh, yeah.
wiki.
Could put it constance.wiki.com. That's it for the movie portion. We all agreed we liked it. It's good. You guys should watch it. You should also watch Heat Vision and Jack
Oh yeah.
as well as a double feature. But anyway, so
It's time to dip our toes.
dip our toes.
Dip our tootsies.
Dip our little tootsies right into the celebration tank. Just dip it right. Blop. Just dip. Just put it right in the wiki. You know what I mean?
Instead of boom, just
yeah. Dip that toe right in the wiki, boys. Yeah, so this episode is going to come out Tuesday, May 9th. And that day, we have one holiday on it. It is Russian Victory Day.
Wow! Happy Russian Victory Day.
Happy Russian Victory Day.
Happy Russian Victory Day.
Yeah. It celebrates the victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. When there's like all the Nazis left, and they're like, "Woo, we did it! Good job, Russia!" And they celebrate it. It's not just like a Russian holiday. It's mainly a Russian holiday, but it's also celebrated like all over Europe, and they got parades, marches. It's just like a fun. We did it. Good job, everybody. Woohoo!
Is it called Russian Victory Day all over
Actually,
Europe?
No, I think it's just called Victory Day. But for some reason, I just have Russian down because Russia's like the main country that does it. But then all of Europe also celebrates it. But then let's move on to Wednesday the 10th. What do you got?
We have Vasek.
Visek, is that how you pronounce it?
I don't fucking know.
Visek, Visak, I don't know.
Visak. You know what? We're going to call it Buddha Day.
Buddha Day.
Because that's what it's also referred to as.
Happy Buddha Day.
Happy Buddha
Happy
Day.
Buddha Day.
So it's observed by, you guessed it, Buddhists.
Ooh. Would not have guessed that one.
They go to temples and sing hymns and bring offerings, and people on that day they like to make a special effort to refrain from killing of any kind. So
they have to like reassure themselves, no killing today.
Today it's Buddha Day. We can't kill people right now.
So on these days, it's recommended. It's not even like required. It's just like encouraged to be a vegetarian for the day.
You don't have to, but like it would be cool.
And then in Sri Lanka, 2 days are set aside for the celebration, and all liquor shops and slaughterhouses are closed.
Oh, come on,
man!
I can't get my booze or my slaughtered animals.
Also, this is my favorite part. Birds, insects, and animals are released by the thousands.
What?
Oh my god!
In what is known
Insects too?
Yeah. In what is known as a symbolic act of liberation, of giving freedom to those who are in captivity, imprisoned, or tortured against their will.
Man, these people torturing all those insects.
Yeah. They just have a bunch of like caterpillars. And they release them by the thousands.
They throw them, but they all fall
They
to the
fall
floor.
the ground. They're not butterflies yet. They thought they were butterflies.
That practice, however, is banned in some countries,
okay.
like Singapore, because it's believed that releasing animals and bugs may adversely impact the local ecosystem.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it would.
If you're releasing them by the thousands.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes they wear white.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Good.
That was yeah.
Good. I'm glad they were white. Anyway. Also on Wednesday the 10th is the Federated States of Micronesian. Let me say that again.
Say that again.
Is the Constitution Day of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Happy Constitution Day of Federated States of Micronesia.
I'm good.
It's just the Constitution Day. There's nothing special. They don't do anything special. I couldn't really find any information about it. It's just the day that they made their constitution.
Oh,
happy day, Federated States of Micronesia.
Happy day.
Happy day.
happy day.
Next day, Thursday. There are no holidays that day, so just have a good Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. But then we'll move on to Friday the 12th. What you got?
Nothing.
Yes, you do.
What do I
You have
got?
Mid Shaban.
That's the 14th and 15th.
Oh, well, then, okay, well, then, Sunday the 14th, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Mid Shaban.
Mid Shaban is on the 14th and the 15th.
I'll have to fix that on the
Yeah,
calendar.
what you doing? It's observed by various Muslim communities on the night between the 14th and 15th, and that means the full moon day. And it's regarded as a night when the fortunes of men for the coming year are decided, and when Allah may forgive sinners. So they just kind of go to church, and they're like, "Please forgive me on this day, God."
Please don't kill me.
Is that the only day they can be forgiven?
Yeah, that's it. Just,
Well, it's 2 days, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then also, 12er Shia Muslims commemorate the birthday of Muhammad al-Mahdi on this date.
Okay. Happy birthday, Muhammad al-Mahdi.
Al-Mahdi?
I thought you were gonna say Muhammad Ali.
I almost did, but that's not his
Muhammad
name.
Ali.
Happy birthday, Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace is. Also on Sunday the 14th, because I guess we're on that now. Sorry, I mixed them all up. But we're on Sunday the 14th now. Saturday, there's nothing. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
But then we have Lag Ba'omor. Lag Bo'amir.
Happy Lagbo Amir.
Happy Lagbo Amir.
I think that's how it's pronounced. If it's wrong, let me know. But I'll read some of the stuff from the Wikipedia article. It is a Jewish holiday. The day marks the Hilula. It was a celebration of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who is a Mishnaic sage and leading disciple of Rabbi Akiva in the 2nd century, and the day on which he revealed the deepest secrets of Kabbalah in the form of the Zohar, or the Book of Splendor, a landmark text of Jewish mysticism. This association has spawned several well-known customs and practices on Lag Boamir, including the lighting of bonfires, pilgrimages to the... Did I say that right? Pilgrimages?
Yeah.
To the tomb of Bar Yochai in the northern Israeli town of Meron, and various customs at the tomb itself. It is customary at the Meron celebrations, dating from the time of Rabbi Isaac Luria, that 3-year-old boys be given their first haircuts while their parents distribute wine and sweets.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's just like, cut your boy hair. It's also a very popular day to have weddings and stuff in the Jewish community.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a fun, like, ooh,
Fun haircut day.
Fun haircut day. Hey, wine
Only
day
when
too.
you're 3, though.
Heck yeah, though.
Yeah. And then what else we got on the 14th?
We got Mother's Day.
Happy
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
To all you mother. Me and Kevin have a mother.
I got a mother
Lots
too.
of people have mothers.
Me and Kevin got the same mother. How about that?
Shit.
Boom.
We outnumber you.
Oh. Wait. I guess. Yeah.
Well, me and you outnumber her.
Yeah.
In
In
the
me
least
and you.
amount of mother per
What?
Well, we
person.
both have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The smallest ratio of mothers to per people. We outnumber you. It's like golf, right?
Sure.
I guess we
outnumber her with
In-number her.
us. Well, yeah, it's the same amount of mother.
Okay, anyway, tell
Let's
us
talk about Mother's Day. Okay, so the holiday was founded by Julia Ward Howe to honor the mothers of the soldiers lost at war. And so she created chapters for women all over the country and in London and in Rome, and they just celebrated the holiday. And then the United States celebrated Mother's Day in the early 20th century, and that's when it kind of became a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the celebration of mothers and motherhood can be traced back to ancient Greeks and Romans, who had festivals in honor of mother goddesses Rhea and Cybele.
Sure.
But but the clearest modern precedent for Mother's Day is the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday. It was a major
Happy
tradition.
Mothering Sunday.
Happy Mothering Sunday.
Happy Mothering Sunday.
It was a major tradition in the UK and parts of Europe, and the celebration fell on the 4th Sunday in Lent, which originally was seen as a time when the faithful would return to their mother church, the main church in the vicinity of their home, for a special service. And then eventually, Mothering Sunday shifted into a more secular holiday, and children present their mothers with flowers and tokens of appreciation. And it eventually faded in popularity before merging with the American Mother's Day in the 1930s and 1940s.
Huh. Ooh, look at all that information. That's a lot of information.
So you get to learn about Mother's Day.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's it. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day. Do
Happy
something
Mother's
nice
Day.
for your mom.
Yeah, so Kevin, do you want to plug anything? Do you have any plugs?
I have nothing to plug.
You got
I don't even have an outlet.
Oh!
Jokes.
But yeah, that was good. Big thanks to Kevin for being here. He's my brother.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations. The Studio Honest is going wild. Listen to the Studio Audience.
Man, look at those claps.
Oh.
They're like scared.
No.
Kevin.
Stop it.
Stop listening to the studio audio.
Yeah. They're fine.
What?
They're fine. They're
Yeah.
like the insects.
Yeah.
We
we're
gonna
let out
release
1,000
them.
of them.
Yeah, we're gonna release 1,000 of them on Wednesday.
On
or
Wednesday.
or whatever day it
They'll
was.
stay here for now, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour cement on them. Thanks to Hannah Pree for the artwork. We'll have links to all her stuff. You can check her out. She's super cool, and she does super cool artwork. You follow us on all the stuff. Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, WordPress, others, iTunes. Subscribe on iTunes.
Yeah.
Boys, you can go do it on your phone. What podcast app you have, doesn't matter. We're probably there. We're on Stitcher. If you like Stitcher, I don't know if you're like a nerd who likes that kind of stuff.
Now now they're not going to go on Stitcher.
I'm just joking. I mean, there's better podcast apps, but some people prefer Stitcher. I like Podcast Addict.
Are we on Podcast Addict?
We are on Podcast Addict.
Oh, man.
Because it uses information from iTunes.
Wow.
Instead of being like Stitcher and being dumb and like you have to submit your own podcast to Stitcher for some reason. But we're on Stitcher. Don't worry.
All those people watching it on Stitcher.
Watching it on Stitcher.
Yeah, watch the still picture.
Yeah, they look at it. You can join the Facebook group if you want. It's still got nobody in there.
It's got me in there.
I'm in there too. You want to join?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was a thing.
It's called the One Holiday at a Time Family Reunion. It's a Facebook like discussion group. You can come in, talk about the show, talk about whatever you want. I don't care.
Get in that.
Just
I didn't know it existed.
Just join the group and chat with us. It'll be a fun time.
Fun family reunion.
I just wanted to make something more personal than the Facebook page, just because I want to chat with everybody about the show and how they like it. You can also go to oneholidayatatime.com. We have a big list of movies and TV shows, holiday-themed movies and TV shows on there. We also have the holiday calendar, which
is wrong.
Probably missing. Yeah, that one holiday was wrong. We're probably missing a bunch of other holidays. So please let us know about any holidays we're missing. You can email us at oneholidayatatime.com, oneholidayatatime@gmail.com, or on the Facebook page, or find us on Facebook. Whatever you want to do is cool. And then like and subscribe on YouTube, and rate us on iTunes. That I did it the wrong way, but then I fixed it. But all that stuff really helps us out with getting new listeners to find us, because we still got to get up there in the charts. Come on, boys. Adela wanted us to get to #1 on iTunes, so you can do it.
Did that happen? I don't think that happened. You disappoint me.
It has not happened yet. We can
all
do it.
All three of you
We're
much.
We're gonna do it. And we probably have more listeners than 3.
Maybe.
Probably got a handful.
Nice.
Like 10 or so.
10 or so?
I think so.
Well, there we go. Boom. Do it.
Thank
That'll
you.
get us on top.
Rate us on iTunes. We'll get on right on top of the iTunes charts.
10 people know a lot about holidays.
Uh-huh. Because we tell them about them. Yeah, tell all your friends about the show, too. Because I'm sure lots of people like hearing people talk about terrible movies and sometimes good movies.
Monster House is
and
good.
then also we talk about holidays, which is super cool because not all the people know about like the background about holidays. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to start the show. That's the whole premise. Whole premise of the show. But yeah, do all that stuff. Do all the things. Go on the internet and
put
find
that on
us.
the wiki.
Put it put it on the wiki.
Also, if you're on Instagram, you could check out our gaming Instagram page. That's gamer_Garcon. I don't know how to spell Garcon, so I can't tell you how to spell it.
GAARKHAN.
Maybe.
Garcon.
I'll see.
It's when we play board games and stuff with our friends, Adela takes Instagram pictures of all the board games we were playing, real artsy, big fancy, and puts a lot of hashtags on it. It's cool.
So many hashtags.
You can check it out. It's not affiliated with this show very much, but it's a cool thing.
But we play the games.
Yeah, we play the games. Check out all the cool board games we play. We usually just kind of play either Star Wars Imperial Assault or just D&D or something.
Or Edge of the Empire. There's a lot of Edge of the Empire on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's true. That's what we've been playing lately. But yeah, check out all that stuff. I guess we're done with plugs. So,
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Release 1,000 insects in your home.
Not just 1,000. Thousands.
Thousands.
Please release thousands of insects into your home
Set
this
them
week.
free.
And birds, right?
Yeah,
and
birds and animals.
Don't think about animals.
Yeah.
Is it like
Okay, just
1,000 bears?
get 1,000 birds, 1,000 caterpillars,
Something
and
like
then you get like 1,000
1,000 killer bees.
geese.
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 Monster houses.
Yeah, monster heist.
Homes.
That's not the
Heist.
plural of
I
house.
think plural of house is heist,
Wait,
right?
I'll look
Because
it
it's
up.
like mouse.
Maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure they're plural of house. It's houses.
No, I think it's heist.
I don't.
I'm gonna
I don't
say.
even think we need to look it up.
I'm gonna say it's heist. Actually,
no.
Kevin's looking it up.
I'm looking it up.
It's houses.
I think it's heist. Tell me it's heist, Kevin. Just right.
Oh, it's houses, but
Aw.
people want it to be heist because mouse and mice.
It better be heist. That's what you get us to #1 on iTunes, and we're gonna change the plural of houses.
No, we're
the
not.
house.
I don't think
Of
so.
houses. Oh.
Heist.
Heist.
Release thousands of birds
Thousands
and
of
thousands
monster
of
heists.
animals into your heist, please. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.